So you're thinking about moving to Dallas, Texas, but you're wondering to buy or not to buy. That is the question. We get this every single day. Now, last year, we helped over 80 families relocate here to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. That was just our relocation clients. And in January, we've already helped over 20 just in January secure homes. Now that's pretty significant, especially in this type of market that we're in right now. It is absolutely crazy, but it doesn't mean that we can't still get homes at the right price for our clients. But we're going to discuss, what does all this mean? Should you buy right now? Should you wait a couple of months? What does it look like in the housing market in Dallas right now as well? We're going to get after it right now. Hey, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is about living in Dallas, Texas, and the surrounding areas, then subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about the current market in Dallas. My name is Levi, my partner Travis, and the team and I, we get calls, texts, and emails every single day from people just like you. And you and you and you looking to make their move to Dallas. We absolutely love it. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We're happy to help you make a smooth move to Dallas. So we're going to get into the fact of to buy or not to buy. That is the question. That's what we get every single day. I want to share with you a couple of different things, but I tell you what, we have helped just 20 families alone just in January, which, everyone usually says January is the slow month and nobody really makes a move during that time. They're waiting for spring and summer. However, the calls have not stopped coming into our office, especially for people coming from California, New York, Washington State, Illinois, where we see a lot of people looking to make the move here to Dallas. And I tell you what, Dallas is still a great market. Prices are going up. They're appreciating very quickly. But we have a lot of new construction coming to the market as well. Dallas looks like it's going to be the #1 new construction market for 2022. So a lot of homes are getting built. But I want to share with you a couple of things. Let's just jump in my computer and I want to share my screen with you real quick. 2 Texas Metro score spots in ranking of where home prices rose the most. This did include Dallas-Fort Worth. You'll see here double-digit percentage home prices gain in the final months of 2021, up 18%. Still not as much as Austin. You can see here, Austin 25%, Phoenix 25%, Ocala and Punta Gorda. Those are in Florida. You got 28.7 and 28.2. And then you're seeing here Sherman Denison, which is north of Dallas. So again, I've talked about this several times before. Actually, I'll just pull up this map real quick. I've talked about this several times before. That's something that I believe will help keep prices in check here in Dallas, even though things are growing very rapidly. You can see all of this green space all around Dallas area up here. And what that means is that there's room to grow. We know that a lot of growth is happening in Prosper and Salina right now. But Salina, again, as I mentioned before, is slated for 350,000 people. There's only about just over 20,000 in the population right now in Salina. So that's the thing. Aubrey right now is growing rapidly, but you're seeing, they mentioned Sherman and Denison in here. Look how far north that is. Now, compared to Frisco, that's probably still within 45 minutes to an hour of Frisco, which again, as I've mentioned before in other videos, I mentioned in the Dallas housing crash and in the bubble videos, is that, Frisco, in my opinion, is going to be the new hub. Dallas-Fort Worth, or DFW, will be DFFW. It'll be Dallas-Frisco-Fort Worth. So Frisco will be the new hub. And a lot of people working from home, working remotely, they don't have to go to downtown Dallas or have to be in a high rise of downtown Dallas, although Frisco is also slated, or at least projected, to have more office space than downtown Dallas by 2030. So that's how rapidly it's growing in Frisco. But you see all this green space all around and north of Frisco, giving lots of room to grow. That's the thing about Dallas-Fort Worth, is we're not landlocked by mountains. We're not waterlocked by beaches or oceans or significant bodies of water. You see here, we've got several lakes around Dallas, but they're just going to build all around those lakes. And so if you're looking for lakefront property, now's the time to go, because you see even Ray Roberts Lake up here, things will start to develop all around there. You see Lavon Lake around here. We've mentioned Princeton in one of our videos. Great spot for investors right now. new construction communities over there that actually allow investors to move into that or buy into that area. Most new construction communities are single family occupied or owner occupied only. Very, very few allow investors to buy in there and to rent from the beginning. But we've got a couple of neighborhoods in Princeton and over here in North Fort Worth and even down here in Forney as well. Those are all good spots right now that we can help out some investors with new construction. But the thing is that this growth is going to continue to go north around here. And in my opinion, that's going to help kind of keep prices a little bit in check, although we are seeing a very, very heavy demand for Frisco and Prosper right now. So again, still, but if you have any flexibility, I highly recommend that, because here's the deal. Just like with the families that moved here in January, the 20 families that we helped relocate just in January alone, which is significant, they had to make a move during that time frame. Now, our team is the absolute best at working these deals and getting our buyers homes secured at the right price. Now, there's a difference between overbidding and paying more than what's the house is worth. So if you can overbid on a house to win that, but the comp support it, the appreciation rates support it, that's a lot different. We always look at that first. We will let you know, is this home going to go overpriced, or is it just a matter of overbidding to win that? Because right now, because the rates are moving very quickly as far as the appreciation rates, you have opportunity that most of the homes that, even if we're going 10, 20, or 30,000 over on, then they tend to appraise for that value as well. So we're not seeing that people have to come out of pocket to cover those gaps, which is a lot of people are concerned about that. They're concerned about the appraisal waiver and covering that gap. And all that means is that we still look at these homes accordingly to make sure that you're going in and buying correctly right now, because the thing is that you still can find good deals here in this market, and we're doing it all the time for our clients. We've also we're finding some good spots in new construction. Now, most everybody will tell you new construction is completely sold out in Dallas, and it pretty much is, but we have a few spots and we have good relationships with several of the builders. So that allows us to know when things either come back on the market or when they're about to release or pre-release or something along those lines. And basically we kind of get the inside track on that. And that's where we've also been able to secure a lot of these homes for our clients in these new construction communities, even if they only release 1 or 2 properties at a time. It's all about the relationships here. So that's very, very important. But also, here's the other factor, is that if you don't have a lot of cash on hand to go over, which, by the way, this is something that we discuss with all of our clients. What's your position? What are you willing to do? We want to know those parameters, because if you don't have 40 or 50,000 to go over on a property, then you can count likely Frisco and Prosper out. Not that we haven't secured homes in there, and we have. We're just saying that that's not going to be a good chance. You see, we want to prep all of our buyers beforehand. We want to set expectations correctly, which is the fact that, hey, we're not going to let you put an offer on a house if we don't think we're going to win it. Now, we can always submit an offer as a backup just in case, but we're going to do enough work on the front end because we're going to have a very, very good idea if we're going to be able to secure that property for you or not. And I tell you what, time and time again, we are securing these homes on the first shot. We are not putting our clients through losing 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 deals, which we see quite a bit happens with other agents. Now, so that's the other thing. If you're in a position right now too, where you've lost, 3, 4, or 5 deals, you should definitely reach out because that shouldn't be happening, because we understand where we need to get in on that home. And if it's out of your range or out of your ability or out of the cash that you have on hand, we have that discussion up front so that we don't set the expectation of putting in an offer on something and then saying, all right, let's cross our fingers and hope for it. And then, you're let down when you don't win that. We're going to let you know, hey, this is likely out of reach, or it's going to go over what you're willing to do, but we can still submit an offer if you want as a backup, but we're not counting on it at all. And we're going to keep looking. We'll also, of course, we'll withdraw that offer if, any news or update, or if they accept, or if it extends on. But we just have ways to do that. The main thing is that you definitely want to give us a call, and so we can talk through these options with you as well. But we'll see here. I'm going to shorten this out. Let's see. The new construction in these areas is quite significant. You saw this record rates of new construction in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. They they sold over 46,000 new construction homes just in 2021 out of 54,000 homes were started. So to sell 46,000 at that's very significant. So that doesn't leave a lot as a difference. So, I mean, that's about what, 8,000 there difference that they're probably still in the process of building. And the thing is that, you know, some of these new construction communities used to release lots. Now they're building some of these homes and they're not releasing them until they're within 2 months of completion because of the delays, the shortages, the price increases, lumber fluctuating, supply, demand, materials, all these types of things are really kind of throwing a monkey wrench into everything that's going on right now. So even builders are really unsure about what's going on. And so they're holding homes, or actually just building homes and then holding them for release until they get within 2-3 months sometimes of completion, so that you also have a better understanding of what rates are going to be. We can likely get to construction, because I know we have clients with new construction homes from last year that have been delayed 3, 4, 5 months. That is a reality too right now. So I want you to have those expectations. New construction is a great opportunity right now. Number one, we have to find it. Number two, you don't have to get into a bidding war with new construction. It's usually a first come, first served basis. And again, that all comes down to the relationships that we have with builders and the places where we know we can likely get you in. So if you're flexible on that and you don't have a lot of cash, or you just don't want to play the game and overbid in this market, then new construction is going to be a way to go. But you have to let us know, reach out so we can have that discussion. If you have some cash and you're willing to overbid to win a house, again, overbidding is different from overpaying, and you want a home specifically in Frisco or Prosper, then, you know, we're going to have a discussion on that as well, because we need to set the expectations. But otherwise, home building permits pulled for 2022 as well are the highest we've out of any market for Dallas. So we know Dallas is slated to continually build more and more homes. So that is good news here in the upcoming months. We're seeing some new construction homes come more and more on the market, which is great. And we are placing our clients in a lot of these opportunities. But here's what I want to end with on this. So if you stuck around this so far, this is not by any means to scare you or tell you that you have to buy now, but I do want you to realize that buying power is going to decrease as rates increase. Okay. So what does that mean? You can simply see right here that you have, this is, you know, you increase your monthly payment by about $130 for every 0.5% increase. So right now rates are right around 3.73. Okay. Now think about this. I refinanced my home just last year at 2.9. So they're almost already a whole percent increase at this point. 3.73 where they're at right now. You can see if you were buying a $500,000 home, your payment would be right around $2,081, just principal and interest. Okay. I'm not counting taxes or insurance or anything else like that in here. You see that same home, if the rates increase to 4%, now that's only about a 0.25% increase. That would get you up to 2148. But you see here again at 4.5, that's going to get you to 2280. So again, your payment goes up about $130 for every 0.5% increase. And then of course, your same $500,000 house is going to be about 2416 at a 5%. Now again, 2 years ago or 3 years ago, 2019, 5% was seen as, you know, the best rates ever in the history. And this was the lowest possible. And that was the best time to buy. Well, you can see now the difference between the rates right now and then going back to that 5%, even at that range, that could cost you around almost $400 a month. So that's what I want you to keep in mind. As rates start to increase, that's going to add to your monthly payment each month. Or you can look at it this way. Every 0.5% increase, every 0.5% increase reduces your buying power by about $25,000. So I just want you to be mindful of that again as well. If let's say your budget was, you know, $2,100, that's it. You couldn't go any more than that. So if you're doing this from a budgeting standpoint, if the rates go up to 4%, which is only about a 0.25% more than right now, then instead of that $500,000 house, you're going to be able to afford about a $480,000 house. Now you go to 4.5%, you're going to be able to afford about a $455,000 house. And if they go to 5%, you're going to be able to afford about a $430,000 house. So you see your buying power is going to decrease. Now, some would say that this is a seller's market, but based on interest rates, this is a buyer's market because the rates have never been this low. Even at 3.7, that's still significantly low. That's not as low as 2.9 as they were just about 6 to 8 months ago, but still pretty significantly lower. So that also allows you, even if you go over $10,000, $20,000 or $30,000 on a home to secure it, that is not that big of a difference in the mortgage payment. But ultimately, as these rates increase, you're going to lose that anyway. So you think about this. I mean, if they go up to 4.5 or 5, you're talking about losing 45,000 to 70,000 in buying power. So if you could spend or overbid a little bit by 30,000 and secure a home, that home is likely going to appreciate. But otherwise, as these rates increase, your buying power is going to go down, and you're actually going to lose even more money, because not only is your buying power going down, but you lost the appreciation that you could have gained just by, making a decision 6 months earlier. Ultimately, it comes down to this: no matter what's happening in the market, people make money and make good decisions no matter what type of market it is. That's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to help you do, is to make a good decision, even though it is a different type of market. It's a crazy market right now. That's very important. But investors buy now. They buy in down markets. They buy in up markets. Ultimately, you make your money when you buy, not when you sell. So the thing is that we still have to find you just one home, and every home has a story. Every home we look at case by case. We understand fully what it's going to take to win that property first and foremost, because we don't want you to overpay. Again, that's different from overbidding. Overbidding is just bidding over the asking price to see if we can secure that home for you. But ultimately, we're going to let you know, do the comps support it? Do the appreciation rate support it? Are you going to get that back? And again, even if the market were to crash out 6 months from now or a year from now, your $500,000 house is not going to be worth $250 here in Dallas. It's just not going to happen. So there's a lot of factors in play. The main thing is that I'm asking you to just give us a call so we can talk through that, because that's really the most important thing. We've got to get on the same page. That's what it really comes down to. So with that, I'm going to end it out there. I'm sure I'll get plenty of comments, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, please give us a thumbs up on top of that. And then again, whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, just feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. You can even schedule a Zoom call. We're happy to help you make that smooth move to Dallas. Ultimately, just let us help you navigate this market. We're doing it every single day for clients. This year looks like we're going to help a record number of people relocate here. And if you have to move here because of a job transfer, or you're getting out of higher restrictive states, or you're just tired of what's going on, or you need to reduce taxes or income taxes or anything like that, whatever the reason is you're coming here, we're going to help you find a home, period. That's our job to do that. We've done it over and over and over again. So I just encourage you to reach out and give us a call. So with that, we'll leave it there. And again, 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Happy to help you make a smooth move. And until next time, well, we hope to show you around town.